Welcome, curious minds, to the deep dive. Today we're really going deep, plunging into something pretty foundational, I think, for understanding our planet's hidden wonders right here in our community.
Yeah, it's a great story. We're talking about 6 decades, 60 years of passion, discovery, and, community spirit.
Absolutely. It's the story of the Columbia Gem and Mineral Society, or CGMS as they're known.
That's right. And today, we're aiming to give you a real shortcut to understanding this pretty remarkable organization.
If you're into earth sciences, geology, fossils, maybe gems, minerals, even jewelry making or lapidary
Or
arts,
mining, or just, good old rock collecting.
then yeah, this deep dive is definitely for you. We want to pull out the key nuggets from their history.
And we've dug through a lot of material for this, mainly their newsletters, Rocky Trails, going back, well, over a decade, plus other historical notes.
It really was like digging through geological layers, wasn't it?
Yep.
Each newsletter revealed a bit more of the story.
It did. You get a real sense of their journey. But, and this is important, while Rocky Trails is fantastic for history, some info in the older issues might be outdated, like meeting times, locations, that kind of thing.
Right. So for the absolute latest details,
Always check their official website, CGMS ROCKS. That's the place for current info. Seriously, CGMS ROCKS.
got it. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. The genesis, you called it.
Yeah.
The 60s and 70s.
Exactly. From just a handful of enthusiasts to a proper chartered society, it all started with, well, a spark of interest.
And they weren't always called CGMS, were they?
No, that's right. Back in May 1965, they started as the Central South Carolina Gem and Mineral Society.
Wow, May 65. And just 18 people.
Just 18 founding members. Folks like Lou Desserin, Don and Mary Dugan, Major Mary Gregan, Buzz and Dot Harmon, Frank Hill, Stephen and Helen Mendel, and Kern A.E. They called them Tick and Franticaz. Their passion really got it all going.
Imagine those early days. Meetings in officers' homes.
Yeah, very intimate, probably gathered around a coffee table, sharing finds, dreaming big. Pretty cool.
And they didn't waste time making it official, did they?
Not at all. That same month, May 65, they drafted and adopted their first constitution and bylaws.
That's fast. Shows they were serious.
Definitely. Laid the groundwork, legally and structurally, which led pretty quickly to getting their official charter from the South Carolina Secretary of State.
Formalizing their status, their mission,
Exactly. As a nonprofit educational organization. That was key.
and the name change to Columbia Gem and Mineral Society.
Yeah, that happened somewhere along the line. The sources don't give an exact date, but it makes sense, right? Reflects their main focus as they grew in the Columbia area.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're official. How did they start reaching out, stepping into the public eye?
Well, one really interesting early collaboration was with the McKissick Museum right there on the USC campus. CGMS actually played a crucial role in establishing the Geology Museum there.
Crucial how? They didn't just, like, offer advice.
I know, much more than that. They made significant donations. We're talking a meteorite.
A real meteorite.
Yep. And a fossil crab, and even funds to help the museum buy more specimens. It shows a real commitment to public education right from the get-go.
That's amazing. Setting the stage for public learning. And McKissick still has great collections today, partly thanks to efforts like theirs.
Absolutely. And that public focus led to their first big event. The roots of today's huge gem and mineral show go back to 1968.
The first annual exhibit.
That's the one, held at the Science Museum, the very first version of what would become this major community event.
And it grew quickly, I gather.
It really did. The second and third shows were also at the Science Museum, but then they needed more space, moved to places like Dutch Square Mall and then the Armory.
So you can literally track the growth by the venues.
You really can. And that growth got noticed. In 1977, they were chosen to host the Southeast Federation of Mineralogical Societies show, the SFMS show.
Wow, hosting a regional federation, that's a big deal for a local club.
Huge deal. Showed their standing, their influence, how organized they'd become, a real testament to their progress.
It's incredible. From 18 people in a living room to hosting a regional event in just over a decade. Which brings us nicely to their core foundation, right? Education, community, discovery.
That's the heart of it. CGMS is fundamentally a nonprofit educational organization. Its whole purpose is promoting interest, sharing knowledge in earth sciences.
Geology, mineralogy, paleontology.
Right, and the related arts like lapidary. That mission has been their guidepost for 60 years.
And they're not just doing their own thing in isolation.
No, Definitely not. They're plugged in. They're members of the Southeast Federation Mineralogical Societies, Inc., the SFMS we just mentioned.
Okay.
And that connects them to the American Federation of Mineralogical Society, Inc., the AFMS. So members tap into this huge network, resources, opportunities, fellow enthusiasts all over.
That network sounds invaluable. How do they share knowledge locally, day to day?
Primarily through their monthly meetings, they have speakers, presentations covering that whole range of topics we listed.
Earth sciences, geology, fossils, gems.
Minerals, jewelry, lapidary, mining, rock collecting. Yeah, all of it. Great way to learn from experts and, just chat with people who share your interests.
And where do these meetings happen now? I know things changed recently.
They did. We'll get into the location shifts more later, but yes, things changed post-COVID. For the absolute latest meeting schedule and location, you really had to check.
Let me guess. CGMS, ROCKS.
You got it. CGMS, ROCKS. Always the best source.
Okay. And the learning isn't just talks, right? You mentioned workshops.
Yes. Through that SFMS connection, members get access to fantastic jewelry making and lapidary arts workshops, often down at places like William Holland or Wild Acres in North Carolina and Georgia.
Oh, I've heard of those places.
Yeah.
Really respected for lapidary training.
They are. And these workshops are incredible value, usually week-long, includes instruction, room, board, often costs less than just a hotel for that long. Really immersive.
Wow. So serious skill-building opportunities.
Definitely. And they're investing in the future, too. They sponsor awards for kids at the regional science and engineering fairs.
That's great. Encouraging young talent in earth sciences.
Exactly. Helping ensure the next generation gets hooked on this stuff.
So who can join? Is it like you have to be an expert already?
Not at all. If you're interested in any of these topics, seriously, any level of interest, you are welcome. Just show up to a meeting, check it out, join the club. It's a very welcoming group.
Good to know. And it sounds like there's a real community feel beyond the meetings.
Oh, absolutely. They have social events like annual picnics. I think one was at the Granby Pavilion near the KC Historical Museum. That's pronounced KC, by the way, kids.
KC, got it.
And holiday parties, too. Just chances to relax, share stories, build friendships.
That makes a big difference in a club.
It does. And they even have a sunshine committee.
Sunshine Committee, what's that?
It's a nice touch. They send cards or notes if a member is ill or for, marriages, sympathy, things like that. Also, thank you notes to speakers and donors. Just keeps people connected.
That's really thoughtful. Shows they care about the members as people.
Exactly. And keeping everyone informed is the job of their newsletter, Rocky Trails.
Right. The source for a lot of our historical deep dive.
It is. It's usually monthly, emailed to members, has meeting minutes, program info, field trip reports, club news, everything.
A real lifeline for members.
Definitely. Though, again, that caveat.
I know. Older issues might have outdated info. Check CGMS ROCKS for current details.
You're learning. Exactly. Always check the website.
Okay, let's talk about something really exciting getting out there and finding stuff. Field trips.
Ah, yes. Adventures in the field.
Yeah.
This is a huge draw for many members. CGMS organizes some fantastic trips.
Like what kind of trips? Gold? Gems?
Both. They've been to fee sites like Thermal City Gold Mine in North Carolina. You can actually pan for gold, use prospectors, learn about the history.
Actually find gold?
People do. Flakes, sometimes small nuggets. It's a thrill. And for gems, trips to places like the Real Amethyst Mine, again in NC, looking for amethyst, beryl, quartz.
Imagine digging up a beautiful amethyst crystal.
Right. And then there are the fossil hunts. For paleontology buffs, they've gone to Tennessee, places like Ross Creek, looking for ancient plant fossils.
Ferns and tree bark from millions of years ago.
Or down to Mississippi for marine fossils and petrified wood. And closer to home, they've talked about trips to the Marietta Quarry near Georgetown.
Potentially with the Aiken Club.
Yeah, collaborative trips are common, and places like Charleston Fossil Adventures for shark teeth. South Carolina's coast is rich with those.
So many different kinds of treasures.
Wow.
What about minerals and just interesting rocks?
Oh, yeah. Trips to Graves Mountain in Georgia are legendary. Famous for rutile, lazulite, pyrophyllite, that amazing iridescent hematite.
Or rainbow hematite.
It's stunning. Or Little Pine Garnet Mine in NC for big almandine garnets. Even trips right here in Columbia, like to the Vulcan Quarry.
A working granite quarry. Could you really collect there?
With permission and strict safety rules, yes. They've organized trips to collect unique mineral samples you wouldn't normally see.
Sounds intense. So these trips are pretty hands-on.
Very. You might be shoveling material into a high banker for gold.
What's a high banker again?
It's basically a machine that uses water and gravity to help separate out heavy materials like gold, kind of like automated panning. Or using shovels, buckets, screens for fossils. It's active work.
So preparation is key, I assume.
Absolutely crucial. Safety first. Always advising on water, snacks, proper clothing, being aware of the terrain, snakes, poison ivy, the usual outdoor stuff.
And specific gear for some sites.
Right. Like the Vulcan Quarry trip needed PPE, hard hats, steel-toed boots, safety glasses, mandatory adventure, but safe adventure.
How do they organize all these trips? Seems like a lot of logistics.
Many are coordinated through the Dixie Mineral Council, which is part of the SFMS Field Trip Committee, or they collaborate with other clubs nearby.
Fosters that broader rock hounding community.
Exactly. Share the planning, share the work, share the finds. It's very collaborative.
And it sounds like it's about more than just what you find.
Oh, definitely. It's the experience. Sharing the excitement of finding gold at Thermal City or exploring unique landscapes like Ron Athel, pronounced Ron All did, looking for rock art out west, creates lasting memories.
Runnell. Got it. Okay, those trips sound amazing. But let's switch gears to their biggest public event, the annual Gem and Mineral Show, a real cornerstone for the community.
It really is, and it's got quite a history. Remember that first annual exhibit back in '68?
Yeah, at the Science Museum.
Well, it's grown just a bit since then. In 2017, they hit their 50th anniversary show, and this year, 2025, will be the 57th annual show.
57 years. That's incredible consistency.
Isn't it? Held every November in Columbia, a real fixture, and a fantastic way for the public to connect with all this stuff.
It draws a big crowd.
Huge, over 1,200 attendees in recent years, so it's clearly something people in the region look forward to.
So if I go, what am I going to find? Where is it held?
For many years now, it's been at the Jamil Temple on Jamil Road. They usually secure it with multi-year contracts, which helps with planning. And inside, it's a treasure trove.
Dealers from all over.
Yep, dealers from across the country bring jewelry, beads, loose stones, amazing fossils, mineral specimens, gold, silver, tools, you name it.
A real marketplace.
Uh-huh.
But it's more than just shopping, right?
Much more. It's very educational. Club members set up these fantastic display cases with their own private collections, their lapidary work, showing off incredible finds and craftsmanship.
You can see what local collectors have found and made.
Exactly, and you can watch live demonstrations. Members will be there cutting cabochons.
Those smooth, polished, dome-shaped stones.
That's it. Or doing intricate wire wrapping, faceting, maybe. You see the skills in action.
Sounds fascinating. Anything for kids.
Oh, yeah, it's great for families. There's always a salted mine, basically a trough filled with sand and gravel mixed with polished stones and minerals where kids can pamper treasures. Huge hit.
I bet. Like a mini gold rush.
Kind of. And the geode booth is super popular. You pick out a whole geode.
Looks like just a boring rock on the outside.
Right, and they have a special saw. They cut it open right there for you and reveal the crystals inside. Kids and adults love that moment of discovery.
That sounds awesome. I'd want to do that.
Everyone does. Plus, they usually have door prizes throughout the event. Adds a bit of extra fun.
So it sounds like a massive event to put on. How do they manage it?
Volunteers. Pure and simple. The show absolutely depends on CGMS member volunteers.
Doing what kind of things?
Everything. Helping dealers set up and tear down, working the admission desk, running that geode booth, supervising the kids' mine, setting up all the club's display cases, hauling equipment like the geode saw from the club's white show trailer. It's a huge team effort.
That trailer must be iconic. And there's a committee planning it all year.
Yes, a dedicated show committee. People like Sue Schrader, Mike Montebello, Sharon Starrett, Angela Valvasori. They work for months coordinating dealers, handling advertising, organizing all those volunteers. It's a massive job.
They deserve a lot of credit.
They really do. And the club recognizes that effort. They award scholarships to those lapidary schools, William Holland, Wild Acres, to some of the key volunteers.
Oh, that's a great way to give back and encourage skill development.
It is. Fosters expertise within the club.
And getting 1,200 people there requires getting the word out.
For sure. They do extensive publicity flyers, posters, ads in the state, the Columbia Star, Free Times. Lots of social media promotion on Facebook, reaching out to local TV. They make sure people know what's happening.
Okay, so the show is a huge success. But what about the day-to-day operations? Finding places to meet, places to work. That hasn't always been easy, has it?
No, that brings us to the shifting landscape, particularly for their meeting and workshop locations. It's been a challenge.
They were at the McKissick Museum for ages, right?
50 years. An incredible run. McKissick was their home base for monthly meetings for half a century. Stable, educational setting.
But then COVID happened.
Exactly. And since the pandemic, like many groups, they've had to find other places to meet. A big adjustment after 50 years in one spot.
So where are they meeting now? Temporarily, at least.
Currently, they've been meeting temporarily at Hope Church on Seminole Road. It's accessible near the interstates.
And how do members know where to go each month?
It's announced in the Rocky Trails newsletter each month. But, as always,
Check CGMS ROCKS for the definitive, up-to-date location info.
precisely. Can't stress that enough.
What about the Lapidary Workshop? That's had its own journey, hasn't it?
It certainly has. For several years, they leased a place on Frink Street in Case KC, a brick house on a couple of acres. Don Berger found it. The hope was this would be it, the permanent workshop home.
Sounds promising. What happened?
Well, it needed a lot of work, more than initially anticipated. Flooring, bathroom finishing, taping, roof leaks, cleaning, painting, plus basics like HVAC weren't there, and questions about the, well, septic, security. It added up.
Became too big a project for a volunteer group to tackle.
Essentially, yes. The scale of renovations was just too much. So, unfortunately, the lease on Frink Street ended in 2019.
That's tough. Back to square one for the workshop location.
Pretty much. A real setback. But they persevered. Since then, the workshop has been in temporary spaces. As of mid-2019, it was operating out of a storage building, Ample Storage, in West Columbia.
But it is operational. People can still use the equipment.
Yes, that's the key thing. It's temporary, but it's functional. Gary Hurt, H-E-R-T, Gary Hurt is the workshop chair.
Yuri.
Members who want to use the saws or cabbing machines just need to contact Gary. His email is jro@hotmail.com, or phone is 803-794-9362. There's a small hourly fee for machine use, helps cover upkeep.
Good that it's still available, even temporarily. So the big goal now is finding a permanent home.
That's the major priority. They're actively searching Columbia and the surrounding areas for a place that can be a permanent home for everything, meetings, lectures, and the workshop.
A forever home for CGMS.
That's the dream. But it's challenging. Vetting properties, thinking about safety, parking, renovation costs. They've even discussed things like buying office condos. It's a big undertaking.
Shows real commitment to the future, though, navigating all these changes.
It really does. Their resilience is impressive.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, looking back over 60 years, it's quite a story.
It really is. From that small group in '65 to this thriving nonprofit educational organization today, hosting huge shows, offering amazing field trips, fostering this great community. It's all about that enduring passion for Earth's wonders.
And the dedication of the members just shines through, doesn't it? From the founders to today's volunteers running the show, managing the workshop.
Absolutely. It's built on shared curiosity, people supporting each other, loving the science and the art of it all.
So if listening to this has sparked your interest maybe in fossils or gems or just cool rocks,
Remember, CGMS welcomes you. Check out a monthly meeting, hear a speaker, ask questions, meet fellow enthusiasts.
and definitely put the annual Gem and Mineral Show on your calendar every November in Columbia.
It's a fantastic event for everyone. Over 1,200 people can't be wrong. Dazzling displays, hands-on stuff like the geode cutting, really worth seeing.
And for all the current info meetings, the show dates, how to join.
One last time, CGMS ROCKS. That's your go-to resource.
CGMS ROCKS.
Got it. So here's a final thought to leave you with. As you go about your day, maybe walking outside, consider this. What geological secrets, what hidden treasures might be right under your feet, waiting for a curious mind?
And how could community like CGMS help you uncover them, learn about them, maybe even turn them into something beautiful, something to think about? Until next time, keep digging.